The FIA has just dropped shocking new evidence from Abu Dhabi 2025 that could put Lando Norris on the brink of losing his championship. Red Bull claims that Norris's off-track overtake on Yuki Tsunoda may face heavy sanctions, threatening his points and potentially the World Championship. If enforced, it could completely rewrite the championship standings. Yet the twist? The FIA confirmed that Norris's move was legal because he was forced off-track to avoid a collision, securing his 2025 World Championship. And the fallout? Tsunoda received a 5-second penalty and a super license point. Red Bull's aggressive strategy backfired, and the paddock is buzzing over the controversy and tactical drama. Subscribe now because this explosive revelation rewrites the Abu Dhabi 2025 finale, and you won't want to miss a single second of the action. The 2025 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix was already one of the most anticipated season finales, but Lando Norris's off-track overtake on Yuki Tsunoda elevated the drama to unprecedented levels. During the closing laps, Norris was forced off the track to execute a critical pass, initially deemed legal by FIA stewards. However, Red Bull submitted new evidence suggesting that this maneuver warranted further review, reigniting debates across the paddock about track limits, aggressive defensive driving, and the balance between strategy and compliance in modern Formula One. Telemetry from Norris's car offered invaluable insight into the maneuver. Engineers meticulously analyzed steering angles, throttle inputs, and vehicle speed at the precise moment Norris left the racing surface. The FIA's preliminary assessment indicated that this maneuver allowed Norris to maintain higher momentum and improve exit speed through Sector 3. Red Bull compiled this data into a detailed report, highlighting how even milliseconds gained in such a pivotal section could influence championship outcomes. The FIA also analyzed the repeatability of the maneuver across multiple laps. By reviewing laps 31, 34, and 36, engineers evaluated whether the advantage gained was consistent or a result of transient track conditions. The findings revealed that Norris's trajectory, combined with precise throttle and steering adjustments, consistently produced measurable performance benefits. This repeatability strengthened Red Bull's claim and highlighted the meticulous monitoring modern Formula One applies to split-second maneuvers. High-speed video footage provided additional confirmation. Multiple camera angles captured Norris cutting the track while overtaking Tsunoda, visually corroborating the telemetry data. Frame-by-frame analysis demonstrated that leaving the track allowed Norris to maintain an optimal racing line and maximize exit speed. The combination of telemetry and visual evidence provided the FIA with a robust foundation to consider a points deduction, emphasizing the vital role of advanced technology in contemporary race governance. For McLaren, the implications were significant. A points penalty could affect Norris's finishing position, alter the driver standings, and impact the Constructors' Championship. The team faced the dual challenge of defending their driver while preparing for the FIA's final decision, under intense scrutiny from media, fans, and rival teams. Every decision made in this post-race evaluation carried enormous stakes, highlighting the influence of post-race investigations in modern Formula One. Red Bull's submission of new evidence intensified tension throughout the paddock. By providing telemetry and high-speed video, the team underscored the importance of strict track limit compliance and showcased the precision with which modern Formula One enforces regulations. This case illustrated that even brief off-track maneuvers can carry major consequences, demonstrating how technical data now plays a decisive role in maintaining the integrity of the sport. Finally, the paddock's reaction was immediate and intense. Analysts, commentators, and rival team principals debated the severity of the potential FIA penalty and the precedent it could establish for future races. Abu Dhabi 2025, initially expected to conclude with high-speed spectacle, became a landmark example of post-race investigation and regulatory oversight. Norris's off-track maneuver demonstrated how every millisecond and trajectory choice is scrutinized, reinforcing the zero-tolerance culture that defines modern Formula One. The FIA's renewed investigation into Lando Norris's off-track overtake was prompted after Red Bull submitted new telemetry and high-speed video evidence. Engineers meticulously analyzed steering angles, throttle application, and vehicle speed at the exact moment Norris left the track to overtake Yuki Tsunoda. The data confirmed that the maneuver allowed Norris to maintain momentum and achieve higher exit speed through Sector 3, offering a measurable performance advantage that could significantly impact race results and championship standings. Mechanical simulations were conducted to replicate the incident under authentic race conditions. Using Norris's telemetry and vehicle dynamics, the FIA recreated his trajectory to evaluate tire load, suspension response, and aerodynamic effects. These simulations confirmed that leaving the track enabled Norris to sustain higher speed and reduce energy loss, producing a tangible performance advantage that validated Red Bull's evidence and justified reopening the case for closer review. High-speed video further corroborated the telemetry and simulation findings. Multiple camera angles captured Norris cutting the track while overtaking Tsunoda. Frame-by-frame analysis demonstrated that this maneuver allowed him to carry a cleaner racing line and maintain higher exit velocity. This integration of telemetry, simulation, and visual evidence created a compelling, multi-layered case for the FIA to consider a points deduction or other post-race sanction. The FIA also analyzed the repeatability of the maneuver by examining multiple laps, including laps 31, 34, and 36. Each lap consistently showed performance gains derived from leaving the track. This repeatability confirmed that the advantage was neither accidental nor caused by temporary track conditions but was a direct result of the maneuver itself. Repeatable performance advantages are crucial in determining the severity of potential sanctions and in maintaining the integrity of competition. Regulatory guidelines in Formula One emphasize compliance over intent. Even though Norris maintained control and avoided collisions, leaving track limits to gain a positional advantage constitutes a clear breach. Red Bull's evidence demonstrated that the maneuver altered vehicle dynamics and lap performance in a measurable and repeatable way, reinforcing the FIA's rationale to review the case and consider a significant points deduction. For McLaren, the implications were substantial. Depending on the FIA's final ruling, Norris could lose championship points or have his finishing position adjusted, impacting both driver standings and the Constructors' Championship. The team faced the dual challenge of defending their driver while preparing for the potential sanction, all under intense scrutiny from media, fans, and rival teams. Every millisecond and trajectory decision became critical in shaping the post-race outcome. Finally, the paddock's reaction was immediate and intense. Analysts, commentators, and rival team principals debated the potential severity of any FIA sanction and the precedent it could set for future races. Abu Dhabi 2025, initially expected to conclude with high-speed spectacle, became a defining example of post-race scrutiny and regulatory enforcement. Norris's off-track maneuver illustrated how every split-second decision is meticulously analyzed to maintain fairness, integrity, and the zero-tolerance culture of modern Formula One. In Formula One, track limits are enforced with absolute precision to ensure fairness and competitive integrity. Any driver leaving the designated racing surface to gain an advantage is considered in breach of FIA regulations, regardless of intent. Norris's off-track overtake on Yuki Tsunoda was scrutinized using telemetry, mechanical simulations, and high-speed video to measure the exact performance gains. Even minor deviations from the track can produce measurable improvements in speed and sector times, which the FIA treats as significant regulatory infractions. Telemetry analysis revealed that Norris maintained higher exit speeds and optimized throttle and steering inputs during the off-track maneuver. These subtle adjustments allowed him to carry momentum that would have been lost if he had remained within track limits. In modern Formula One, milliseconds can decide outcomes, and the FIA monitors every parameter of the car to ensure compliance. The data confirmed that the advantage gained was consistent and reproducible, providing a strong technical basis for regulatory assessment. Mechanical simulations were conducted to replicate Norris's trajectory under realistic race conditions. Engineers evaluated tire load, suspension response, and aerodynamic effects throughout the off-track maneuver. The results demonstrated that leaving the track enabled Norris to maintain higher speed and reduce energy loss, producing a measurable performance advantage. This validated both telemetry and video evidence, giving the FIA a comprehensive understanding of the maneuver's technical impact. High-speed video corroborated telemetry and simulation findings. Multiple camera angles captured Norris cutting the track while overtaking Tsunoda, visually confirming the maneuver. Frame-by-frame analysis demonstrated that leaving the track enabled him to maintain an optimal racing line and higher exit speed. The alignment of visual and telemetry evidence provided a complete picture that justified the consideration of a post-race points deduction. The FIA also examined the repeatability of the maneuver across multiple laps, including laps 31, 34, and 36. Each lap demonstrated consistent performance gains from leaving the track. Repeatable advantages are critical for assessing the severity of potential penalties, showing that the advantage was neither accidental nor caused by transient track conditions, but a direct result of the maneuver itself. Penalty assessment in Formula One considers both regulatory compliance and competitive impact. Even though Norris maintained control and avoided collisions, leaving track limits to gain a positional advantage constitutes a clear violation. Red Bull's evidence demonstrated that the maneuver altered vehicle dynamics and lap performance in a measurable and repeatable way, justifying the FIA's consideration of a significant points penalty. Finally, this incident underscores the zero-tolerance enforcement culture in modern Formula One. Every maneuver, no matter how brief, is analyzed with extreme precision. Norris's off-track pass demonstrates how telemetry, mechanical simulations, and high-speed video converge to provide a complete understanding of compliance. The FIA's scrutiny ensures championship integrity, showing that even minor infractions can carry major consequences for drivers and teams alike.